Okay, here with Landstown head basketball coach Dwight Robinson. His Eagles a winner 79-66 on the road over Tallwood tonight to move to 7-5. Coach, you guys have been playing really well here the last couple of weeks since the holiday break. You went to the Arby's Classic in Tennessee. I thought you guys got to a great start tonight. What did you see out of your group as you got a lot of pressure defense to create some easy baskets?
I'll play hard, and that's our number one message, just for the guys to play hard, and then, just be coachable through it. You know what I mean? Even if we make some mistakes, just keep playing hard. Good things will happen if we keep playing hard. We'll make some adjustments, and that's on the coaching staff.
Sure. You come out, you get 22 points in the first quarter. I thought Milo Evans really was the tone setter for you, along with Tashee Jones. Tashee, your point guard, kind of setting things up, and then Milo knocking down shots from the outside. Those two guys in the backcourt, I thought, really have been stabilizers for you the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're seniors. They played in the heat of the battle last year. They both started all throughout the tournament run. So they bring a lot of experience. And those are the guys that I expect to set the tone, particularly Tashee on the defensive end. And, when we had that little loss, because he wasn't playing great defense, picked up 3 quick fouls in that second half. And the results is that, they went on a run and they cut our lead from 15-6.
You've got a really under-the-radar small forward of juniors, about 6'4", 6'5", and Lamont Oliphant. I think he's a sleeper for the next level tonight. He gets it done for you. 21 points, 9 rebounds, also 4 assists, 4 steals. He's just scratching the surface of what he can be, right?
Yeah, he's really played well since we went to Tennessee, and he's come back. He had 18-11 last Saturday, 12-7 against Kellum. So this is what he's been doing since he's been back. When he was down there, I think he had 18 and 11 against North Mecklenburg. So he's been playing pretty well for probably the last 6 games, and that's what we expect of him. We expect a lot of him, so we get on him a lot. But when he plays with a motor and really goes hard and cuts out some of the extra, he's a really good player.
It looks like he's applying himself on both ends now, too, more consistently.
Well, and that's what we need. He's our tallest guy that plays in our regular rotation, but his length is ridiculous. And so we're asking him, defensively he's playing the 4, so we're asking him to help Thomas on the glass a lot more. And then he's able to get it off the glass and lead the break, too. So that's a bonus for us.
You guys are up 15 at the break, and they get within 6. Matter of fact, you called a timeout, I think, 30 seconds into the third quarter. You had double-digit leads against Green Run and Village Christian, lost those. But what did you think there at that point? Were you just trying to get those guys to settle down? And what did you see from them responding from that moment?
Well, lack of aggressiveness right off the bat. I mean, we didn't have the same defensive intensity. We allowed them just to stroll through the lane. They got a lot of layups, and they went to the free throw line a ton right at the beginning of the quarter. So I wanted to cut that out and get back into our pressure. Whether we made or missed, I wanted to be picking them up full court, not trying to retreat. That's not what we do. We keep the pressure on, and once we were able to do that, then we got things back under control.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong. The luxury you guys have is you have multiple ball handlers and point guards in Tashee Jones and Deontay Mobley. You put Tashee back in with the 3 fouls, but then you went on a 6-0 run, and they really couldn't handle that once you brought your pressure with that as well. It looked like.
Well, sometimes I like to play both of them at the same time, and that now gives me 2 really good on the ball guys. Now it's pretty hard to get in the paint for their ball handlers, and now we're able to cover up on shooters too. So they start selling for some jump shots, which allow us to get some rebounds and get out in transition.
Last 2 for you. Thank you for your time. 12.7 rebounds from Thomas Washington tonight, who went from an X factor a year ago to now being a guy that's to start and play consistently. For you guys, how much were you encouraged to see that, I guess, from him?
I was extremely encouraged to see that. We needed him to start having games like that. He showed some signs down in Tennessee. Then when we got back here, didn't play so well. And the thing is about him, he's really athletic, but he has to be active with that athletic ability. So that's what we challenged him to do tonight, and he responded for us. And, that was a great it was a great game for him.
Final one, we know about Landstown being a team that won a regional championship a year ago. You've been in the state playoffs before, knocking on that state championship door. I have to ask you, Michael Christmas goes to Huntington Prep. Your top scorer is on the shelf in Jason Ford. So people might write you guys off at this point, but what do you think of this team in terms of where do you fit in this Class 6 picture, where you hear more about teams like Western Branch, Oscar Smith, Woodside locally, and some others around the state, but you guys are still going to be in that mix, right?
Well, the thing is, records don't matter once you get into the playoffs. And you want to be playing your best basketball come that time. And I don't feel like we're playing our best basketball yet. I feel like we're making strides towards that. And so hopefully we're going to be playing our best basketball come February. And that's the goal. And that's what I tell the guys every day. I don't worry about making mistakes. I don't care about being down 10. I tell the guys we're just going to keep working. We're going to keep grinding through the process. And if we do, good things will happen for us. And we're a deep team. And so those guys, they believe. They played for me for a while. I'll let all that settle out, who's 1 and 8 and all that. But really, it doesn't even matter once you get to the playoffs. It's just one game at a time once you get to that point. I just want to get into 8. So if I can get into 8, we'll see what happens when we get there.
Winner, go home at that point. Thanks so much. See you soon.
All right, thank you.